Hi there BookTube, it's Emma from Emma's Bookish Lifestyle, and today is my book haul. I've actually received my Mr. Bs box and I went for Dystopian Europe, and as with Eleanor's box, which obviously a lot of you may well have seen last week, I got the tote bag and also the little thing that you can iron onto it so that you've had that particular box, and this has got the detailed contents inside of it of what they've selected for me, which I shan't look at. So let's get started. So these are my 5 beautiful books, very nicely wrapped. It's like Christmas but on TV. And as I say, I actually, funnily enough, placed my order when I saw Eleanor at Eleanor Reads and Mercy at Mercy's Bookish Musings do their video from their spa weekend away, and went straight on and got one, and then noticed that obviously Eleanor had also done a subscription box herself. So yeah, I'm quite excited to see. I have to say, I love the papers. It's double-sided. I wonder if that's intentional so that they can use it for different boxes. Right, okay, so the first one we've got is Metropole by Ferenc Corinthi. I wonder if that's Ferenc or whether it's Frank Corinthi, and that's how it's pronounced, but that's how I'm saying it as it says on the book. And it says on the back here, on his way to a linguists' conference in Helsinki, Budai finds himself in a strange city where he can't understand a word anyone says. One claustrophobic day blurs into another as he desperately struggles to survive in his vastly overpopulated metropolis, where there are as many languages as there are people. Fearing that his wife will have given him up for dead, he finds comfort in an unconventional relationship with the elevator operator in the hotel. A suspenseful and haunting Hungarian classic, and a vision of hell unlike any other imagined. Wow, fantastic. Helsinki, huh? And a Hungarian classic. Well, I've not read anything from Hungary, so that'll be fascinating too. Brilliant. Right, on to book 2. Sorry about that, going all hair in the camera. Conan seems equally as excited. Drogo, on the other hand, is licking my feet. So if you can hear licking noises, that's what it is. Okay. Oh, again, another interesting cover. Very different from the previous one. And this is called The Unit by Ninny Holmqvist. And it says, in paradise, nobody can hear you scream. Okay. So, oh, this is interesting. Single, childless, 50, and deemed economically worthless, Dorrit leaves behind her married lover, her beloved dog, and her ramshackle house, and joins the residents of the Second Reserve Bank Unit for biological material, resigned to making her contribution to society by giving herself, organ by organ, to the necessary population outside the unit. Despite constant surveillance and the regular disappearance of inmates making their final donation, Dorrit and her new friends eat well, sleep well, keep fit, play hard, and even make love. Their fears deadened by the luxury of their surroundings, their newfound companionship, the atmosphere of calm, their freedom from financial worries. Is it possible that against all the odds, real happiness can exist in the unit? Ooh, now that really sounds good to me. That really sounds interesting. Right, okay, book number 3. What I like about this as well is they're all reasonably sized books, that no real kind of death killers, which, don't get me wrong, I am absolutely loving every minute of War and Peace, but I will need some non-chunksters. And I don't own many non-chunksters, to be fair, so this is actually really pleasant. This and the books I get from Eleanor and Mercy are kind of perfect size reads for post War and Peace. So this is called The Method by Julie Zay, and it's published by Vintage. And again, I love that cover. I love the colours actually, very me. And this says, I'm trying to get it so you can see the book cover and also hear me read the thing. So I do apologise if you can't. Mia Hall lives in a state governed by the method, where good health is the highest duty of the citizen. Everyone must submit medical data and sleep records to the authorities on a monthly basis, and regular exercise is mandatory. Mia is young and beautiful, a successful scientist who is outwardly obedient, but with an intellect that marks her as subversive. Convinced that her brother has been wrongfully convicted of a terrible crime, Mia comes up against the full force of a regime determined to control every aspect of its citizens' lives. Ooh, Big Brother is watching you type dystopian then. Okay, book number 4. Absolutely loving this, I have to say. The temptation is now not to go back and get another one. I have to hold off until next payday. I might treat myself next payday. I'll see what the... Right, so this is another Vintage, and this is 3D cover, glasses included. Oh, how retro. I love that. So, look, you get 3D cover glasses with them. That is just brilliant. That is just epic. And the book is called We, and let's read it at the back here. So it's had very, very positive blurb. I mean, George Orwell has said this is a book to look out for, so if he said that, then it must be a pretty good book. And it's translated by Natasha Randall. The citizens of the one state live in a condition of mathematically infallible happiness. D503 decides to keep a diary of his days working for the collective good in this clean blue city state where nature, privacy and individual liberty have been eradicated. But over the course of his journal, D503 suddenly finds himself caught up in unthinkable and illegal activities, love and rebellion. Banned on its publication in Russia in 1921, We is the first modern dystopian novel and a satire on state control that has once again become chillingly relevant. Ooh. Ooh. Russia again. Now, there's a country you can never read enough of. And last but not least, so we head to the final book. And I'm tearing now. I started off trying to keep the paper and I'm just tearing it now. Oh, now this is a Penguin Modern Classic by Karel Čapek. And it says it's a Central European classic and it's called War with the Newts. Again, I love that cover. Right, let's see what this says. So it says here, War with the Newts, 1936, is Karel Čapek's darkly humorous allegory for early 20th century Czech politics. Captain Van Tosh discovers a colony of newts in Sumatra which can not only be taught to trade and use tools, but also to speak. As the rest of the world learns of the creatures and their wonderful capabilities, it is necessary that this new species is ripe for exploitation. They can be traded in their thousands, will do the work no human wants to do, and can fight, but the humans have given no thought to the terrible consequences of their actions. That's brilliant. Right, okay, that's 5 stonkers for me. That's 5 out of 5. There's not one there I don't want to read. I love dystopian fiction. I've recently reread 1984. And yeah, I mean, very, very relevant to some of the things going on, obviously, in America and Russia at the moment. So lastly, but not least, I have had a parcel come through the post today. The dog started opening it for me. So why not include this in here as well? So this is a separate book sent to me from the publishers. And this has come from Portobello, and it's called The End of Days by Jenny Erpenbeck. Now, this looks like something completely different to what I've just been telling you about. So, a dazzling story of the last century told through the various lives of one woman. An intoxicating masterpiece that pulls apart the threads of destiny and allows us to see the present and past anew. Ooh. It also says here, according to the Sunday Times, if you think this sounds like Kate Atkinson's Life After Life, think again. Moving and involving, its effects are arrived at in a very different way from what we have come to expect from the Anglo-American novel. Well, that looks absolutely phenomenal. And this is a translated fiction as well. So this has been translated by Susan Bernofsky, and this is Portobello Books. So BookTube, that is all the books that I've got today for you. I have still got those book reviews to upload for you, which I will do shortly. I've had quite a crazy weekend, and look forward to seeing you soon. Love to hear your comments down below. If there's any that you would particularly like to hear about first, please let me know and I will move them up my TBR queue for you. Look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care for now, BookTube. Bye.